Oh, hi. Hello. Hi, everyone. Ah, where's Dana? Let's see. Good morning. Well, Peter, nice to see you here. And Barry, hey, Barry. Barry Pyatt is on the call. He is our Washington Bureau Chief for the Iowa Writers Collaborative and does a heck of a job covering the Iowa delegation in Washington. I'm waiting for Dana Kennedy because we're going to talk about a class she's offering tonight about how to use Substack. Dana is a terrific teacher, and I had the opportunity to co-host or co-facilitate a class with her through Story Summit, which is an amazing organization. And if you have any interest in learning more about Substack and how to launch a Substack and how to how to use the various tools with Substack. She is a great person to have on your team teaching you what's what. So that's what we're going to talk about. In the meantime, how's everybody doing? I look forward to. Oh, hi, Steve. Hi, Lyle. Hi, Laura. Maura. Oh my gosh. Well, some of you could help co-teach this too. Robert Leonard, Pat Kinney, David Thorson. Hey, David, I'm missing your column. Come on, we need more David Thorson columns. Not to guilt you, but you have plenty to say about climate and the environment and all sorts of things. And David Thorson, if those of you who are on this call so far have not followed David's column, it's extraordinary. And he's a Iowa guy who sails in incredibly difficult terrain and has observed climate change firsthand from the. Hey, there's Dana. Good to see you. Is your microphone on?
Can you not?
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Let's try this.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Just need-
Gotcha. Hi. Good to see you. Well, I invited Dana to come on this call this morning because I've found her to be such an extraordinary teacher about Substack. And even though I've been doing it now for 5.5 years, I called Dana yesterday morning because one of our members of the Iowa Writers Collaborative was not able to figure out why she wasn't getting emails from the columns she was subscribing to. And I couldn't figure it out, so I phoned a friend, and
Yeah.
there was Dana, and she figured it out, and lo and behold, this poor woman's, problem that she's had for months now is now resolved. So, Dana, I thought it would be, good to introduce you to readers of my column. It looks like we have several people who are already on Substack. Chuck Offenberger's on the call too. So great. Tell us about the class that starts tonight through Story Summit that you'll be leading.
Yeah, you bet. Substack Success Level 1 is the class. And so this is we call it our beginner level class, although we do see a range of people with experiences on Substack come to the class. So it's great for people who are just curious about Substack and just want to know more about it. Maybe they've heard about it. Maybe they've even been on there and been reading other people's writing and publications, but haven't really done much with it themselves. I find it's really great for people who've been on there for a while and maybe have even done a couple of things, maybe published an article, created their profile. They're super curious about it, but they just tend to find themselves stopping because they run into either censoring their own voice with their writing and or getting caught up in just the tech aspect of Substack. And just like what you were talking about, what we experienced yesterday, running into something that's keeping them from understanding what's happening. And so that's a deterrent from them being on the platform. So we concentrate a lot on getting people over those early hurdles and really focusing them in on how they want to use Substack, what it means to them. And so we have a little bit of the tech aspect of it. And we also talk a lot about just writing and community, which is such a huge part of what Substack is and why it was created. So,
So I'm looking at who's on the call, and David Pogue is here, who is a former New York Times writer about technology. He's just the genius
mm,
who writes so many wonderful articles about technology, and he has a new book out about the Apple company, which I have not yet read, David, but I promise I will before I interview you on my Zoom. Had I known you were going to be on this call, David, I might have taken a shower, but so be it. Anyway, David, you're relatively new to Substack, although I suspect you probably have a team of people helping you. But if you're not doing anything tonight, I highly recommend you take this course from Dana, because she's been devoting a lot of her bandwidth to understanding how to use all the tools, and there are many, and Substack is always changing and adding new features for folks. So, Dana, tell us a little bit more about what your introductory class is like tonight, and what time do you start?
yeah, we start at 7 Central, 7 to 9. It's a 2-hour class, and then it's 3-week course. So we do it on Thursday nights for the next 3 weeks from 7 to 9 Central. And the introductory is, like I said, it's really just about making sure that people get really clear on their why, on why they're on Substack and what it is they're wanting to create. They get clear on their audience, their voice, the publication that they want to create. And then we get a lot into the tech and the dashboard and stuff as well. Because again, I think one of the biggest hangups is that people get really nervous about just navigating the platform. So we talk a lot about, here's where you find these things. This is what this for. Make sure to turn this toggle on, things like that, and all the good things that'll help them keep moving and also help people find them. We discuss a lot about that as well. We'll get into that even more in level 2, which happens in June, which is how to really grow an audience. But we definitely start talking about that and set the early setup points for that in level 1.
How much is the class series?
It's $197 for the 3 classes. I know,
That that
amazing.
that is a bargain. That is a bargain.
Yeah,
And give us the web address for where people can find the information about the class and how to enroll.
yeah, you bet. If you go to storysummit.us, that's the homepage for Story Summit Writers School. And if you just scroll down, you'll see the little tile for Substack Level 1. You can just click on that, and it'll actually take you over to the page that'll explain in great detail everything that will be included in this class and gives you the opportunity to register there.
Right. So
Yeah.
I use Zoom when I do my Monday podcasts, and I use, instead of this Facebook Live feature, because I can edit the video, and I guess there are ways to edit video in this format, but I can also include readers who then can ask questions, etc. So
Yeah.
um, but this is a great way to just pop on here and get a flash notice out to the people who are subscribers to my column.
Yeah.
But for people on this call, I see many people who are established Substack writers. If
Yeah.
you haven't tried using this live feature, just play with it,
Yeah.
and just hop on and invite Dana or invite me. We'll be your guinea pig, so you can see how this works. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Dana, thank you. Good luck tonight, and have fun. And thanks for being on the other end of the phone when I need to phone a friend.
Yes, I love it. I'll always be there for you, Julie. Thank you so
Uh,
much. Good morning.
Thanks, everybody.
Great day.
And David, we need to book that time for you to come on the podcast. So thanks for being on the call. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.